these are the mindsets that you guys need to have to stay alive in the markets. So the first thing, right, when you guys are coming into the market, everybody always wants to make money. That's everybody knows that, right? People usually don't come into the market thinking, oh, they're gonna lose some money. I'm just being realistic here. After the other day, you know what I'm saying? Even I lost some money. You know, one of my leverage trade got cooked. But it happens. And again, me as a trader that's been trading for a long time, I know losses come. I know I'm going to lose some money. Most people, again, don't get that. They always think, oh, yeah, I have a strategy. I need to make money and I need to always make money. And if I lose, something is wrong, right? And that's what people think. New traders or even traders that's been trying to, get it for a couple years and that doesn't understand why they're losing money, right? But they have a strategy that they're learning. But it all comes back to understanding probability, right? Once you start to understand every trade that you will take on, it's just numbers game. It's just probability. You take proper RR, you can go on forever, right? You're using proper risk management, you can survive as long as you can. That's just math. Only way that you will blow your account is physically, literally, is again, not having a strategy, which is gambling, not having proper mindset, and not using proper risk management. Those are the ways that you can blow your account like 100 to 0, right? But again, if you guys always apply understanding, okay, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna win. But again, make more than what you lose at all given time. That's the secret sauce, right? That's having, 2R plus moves on your trades. But once you guys can understand that truly to your head, okay, when I take this trade, right, with my edge, with my probability, and just say that probability is 65, 70, right? With that probability, given the factor, right, your edge is 65% to 70%, okay, this could happen, right? That's one thing you know. But again, you don't know if that trade is going to be the trade that you will actually win or not. So do not ever go into a trade thinking, oh, yep, this is it. I know this is going to win, right? Or, oh, this looks bad. I don't think this is going to win, but I'm going to try it anyways. Don't ever think in that terms, right? Know the probability. But again, you don't know which sequence that probability will come. So the losses that comes, right? It's random sequences. And you cannot know that. Even if you have an edge that wins 65 to 70% of the time, you don't know when those losses will hit. So again, same thing for me the other day. When I lost that money on my JTO trade and it got licked because everything moved so fast, shit went down 90% in one candle, right? It got slipped. When that happened, that was that one time that I did not see it coming. But again, I don't ever expect going into a trade knowing something, right? Again, I know the probability of it working out. Yes, I know that, but I do not have the expectation, right? Oh, yep, this is the trade that I'm gonna win, right? Or this is a trade that might lose, but I'm gonna try. I'm never thinking in that terms. I'm just thinking in terms of probability. This is the edge that I have, and this is the number that I'm working with. And again, if I lose, that's just the probability. It has nothing to do with the strategy. It has nothing to do with whatever's got going on in your head. It's just a numbers game. It's gonna happen no matter what. And once you can come to accept that, right? Accept the fact that, okay, you will never know if this is truly a winning trade or losing trade, but you will go into the trade understanding, okay, this is my edge, this is my probability. If I win, yeah, I win. Good. If I lose, I lose. That's the probability. On to the next. Do the same thing again. And that's how you truly build consistency within trading. And that's one of the biggest thing, that I see. And even me, I have issues with that for so long. Now just recent years, I'm okay with taking some loss here and there. I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that because now over the time I've seen it. It's just a small loss. in a big window of view, that big day, yes, it seems crazy, but going forward, if you're continuously doing the same thing within the market, right, with your proven system or the edge, whatever it is, as long as you keep your mind clear and do not derail off of your rules and your system that you have for a reason. And that's why, again, it's very important to keep your mind strong. Because so what if you have a system or an edge, right? Really sit there think of it. Does not matter if you have a system or an edge if you can't even follow that rule. If you can't even sit there and be patient to even wait for, oh, yep, my strategy. Okay, for me, it will be coming to the third 6 hour candle, right? Not gapping down or not gapping up, right? Making low, lower low, higher lows. And then plus you get a bullish divergence. Then I'm already expecting a gap higher. So I'm going to find myself an entry on a lower time frame aligning with that thesis. And I'm going to do it every single time, whether it fails or not. Once again, going back to this understanding, I know I have an edge that works out 65 to 70% of the time, right? Then I have no worries. I'll let the system do the work. I manually enter the trades. If I lose, I lose, right? Follow the system. I'll do it again. When the time comes, when the order flow aligns, again, when my system ticks again, I'm going in without a doubt, right? No doubt in your system. And that's how you can boost your confidence, guys, right? And you can only get that through repetition. Not just even, oh, knowing something, you don't get confident. You got to do it and you got to do it. You got to show yourself. You got to you got to be able to show yourself that you can really do that. That's when you can, get that little bonus upgrade on your mental, on your confidence. But again, don't ever blame whatever is happening. If you have a system, right? This is only, I'm only applying it in a case of if you already have a system, right? But if you don't have a system, then first thing is to find the system, right? Find what works for you. Doesn't matter what strategy. There's plenty of strategies that work. You could be trading trend lines. You could be trading breakouts. You could be trading, you could be trading Elliott waves. You could be trading supply and demand. You could be trading order flow. You could be trading divergences. You could be trading fib levels. You could be trading combination of them. You could be trading harmonic patterns, right? You could be trading smart money. You could be trading ICT. Does not matter what you trade. At the end of the day, if your mind is healthy and you can repeat that system again and again and again without hindering your mind with bullshit expectations, right? Then you can consistently rip some money out of the market and lose properly when you lose the money, and you won't get crashed out. You won't crash out because you lost money because you cannot handle that. Again, that all comes back to what? Being able to accept that, right? You have to first be able to accept that you will lose and you will win if you can follow your system. So guys, the whole point of this video, I just wanted to talk about, right? Just how if you don't really have a system, then fuck it. You need to get a system first. But if you do have a system and you're making some money and then you're losing some money and you're going on some tilts, those are the people that I'm really wanting to reach out to talk to about this message. Right? You're getting there. You're close. Right? But once you're almost there and then you crash out and you go on tilt and then you lose everything again, right? For that to not happen is really keeping your mind straight. Because even for me, when I used to blow my accounts, it was always, I'll be in a winning streak, and I'll feel so good. Right? I feel like I understand everything. I feel like I can read the next move. I feel like I just know everything. But again, when the market smacks you in that state of mind, that's when you get hurt and go on tilt, is what I'm trying to say, guys. So if you're winning, hey, it's because of your edge. It's just probability. You're winning because of that probability. Just know that. It's not because you're so smart or because you know something better. The market does not care. You're winning because of that probability within your edge. Simple as that. And you're winning because you're able to execute that. You're able to show up and execute whatever that edge is. But again, for you to be able to do that, your mind has to be clear. You can maybe even come to the chart, see your edge, but not even take the trade. And now you second guess, right? Oh, maybe this one loses. Maybe this goes lower. This is what I'm talking about. If you're still having those thoughts, guys, That's the biggest issue. If you're still really thinking about, oh, this one's gonna be a winner, oh, this is gonna be a loser. If you're thinking in terms of that, that needs to get fixed. And that's the message that I want to push on this video, guys. So hopefully, if you guys, are going through some hard times right now, that this message helps, right? And if you guys need some help for real, you guys can reach out on the comments or something if you guys are really going through some hard times. So I know a lot of people that lost a lot of money, right? They not straight in the head, they're talking about doing some crazy shits. So please, reach out if you guys are, in that state. But if you're not, right? If you just take a little loss, whatever, then this is not the end, guys, right? So work on yourself, work on your mind, work on your strategy, and don't ever see the market as, oh yeah, I got it. All right. I know everything. You do not. Even me, I know so much, but I do not know everything. And you don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm always just using the probability of it happening. And if I'm right, I'm right. It's the probability that was right, not me being right at the end of the day. And once you accept that, once you can truly see that in your head, that any wins, any losses, you'll be able to handle it. And any wins, you can stretch that, right? You can stretch that. And any losses, you can cut that fast because you know that's a L. You immediately know that's a L. And if you know that's a L, you already know your system. Okay, that's a L. Move on. You don't need to make that into -2, -3, right? Once again, if you have a system, boom, follow it, right? If you lost, you lost. You come back, do it again. That's the hardest thing to do. That's what I'm saying. That's the hardest thing to do, though. Saying it is easy. So work on it, guys. All right. So yeah, hopefully that helps, guys. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one.